Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right. Well, last week we spoke a little bit too soon, or I spoke a little bit too soon, I should speak for myself, saying that the animation's not that bad, and then we got like a slew of like pretty mediocrely animated sections. In fact, one of those sections became a meme. Have you seen any of the Garo sliding down the hill memes at all?
I'm not surprised that became a meme. I haven't seen any of the memes, but I'm not surprised at all.
Oh, yeah, it's great. There's one of him, like, sliding down the hill, but it's an escalator. He's just going down, like, an escalator.
Oh, my gosh.
There's another one where they, like, took him out of there, and they put him into another, like, into the Your Name movie, and they're, like, having him slide down, like, a set of stairs and stuff. They're like, oh, we didn't see this detail before. Like, look at this. So it was something. I hope.
Yeah, the only thing I heard, sorry to cut you off there, but the only thing I heard is that the director is like deleting his Twitter account because of the like negative feedback and all that stuff. And I don't, probably people in the comments, maybe you guys can like clarify. I don't know if this is like he's trying to hide from the negative backlash or there's been like undue harassment. Right. Like one, I'm like, bro, like kind of, stand up and face the music. I know it's not all on his shoulders. From what I understand, Bandai Namco gave like a lot of restrictions to the team, which is, at the end of the day, I guess it's their fault. But, if I was in his position, I'd probably, I'm saying this as someone who hasn't gotten the internet hate that probably he has, there'd be like a certain desire, at least I'd like to think so. It'd be like, I'd own up to be like, yeah, we could have done better. It is what it is. We did the best under our restrictions, and just put that message out there. But if he's been getting like actual harassment, like no one should have to deal with that. And so if he's leaving, he's like, frick you guys, I'm leaving Twitter.
I'm out.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Take your paycheck and go enjoy life outside the internet is what I would say.
Yeah, from what I understand and from what I know about anime fans, it's likely the fact that it's been like incredibly toxic and like harassment.
Yeah, that's galore. Unfortunate.
Yeah, so I mean, I think you should. I do generally agree. Like you should put up with it to some degree, but like. Not put up with it of like, oh, well, if someone's being like harassing me, I don't block them. I just have to like deal with it. It's like, I would block them for sure. Like if we get negative comments on the channel, we don't really do anything. We just like ignore them. If we get like clearly people who are being like toxic and antagonistic, like we have a button that just like hides them from the rest of the channel. Like they disappear. And it's just like, yeah, if you're just going to be here to be like vitriolic, then you get disappeared over here. But if you're just like being like you disagreeing with us or you're being negative about something we said or whatnot, okay, no problem, right? So there's like there's a push and pull to it. But from what I understand, he was getting like the huge amount of people being really freaking upset that the season looks like this. And he's just like, listen, I'm doing the best we could with what we got. And, it is what it is. So I feel bad for him, to be honest.
Same. That sucks that's like, I think you're right. Knowing the internet, I don't even need to know anime fans. I just need to know the internet. It's sad that that's the response, right? Because if people are just, complaining, like, let them blow off some steam is my my kind of view on it. But yeah, harassment crosses a line that's just like, no one has to put up with that. If that was happening in like IRL to the extent that it happens on the internet, it would come to blows. Like people would fight.
Oh yeah.
Like anybody who's gone to school, which is most people, right? Knows like, middle school, high school, people get in an argument and it comes to blows, dude, because you can't talk like that to people in real life.
Yeah.
So they do it behind the keyboard.
Behind
keyboard
the screen.
warriors,
Keyboard
as it goes.
warriors. That's right. They're warriors, George. They're not just normal people. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It is what it is, I suppose. Like there's really not much you could do when people get behind a screen and are anonymous. They feel empowered. I mean, even I have done it. Like we've all done it. I mean, to some degree or another, we've all done the because I'm in a game, because I'm behind a screen, because it's anonymous, I could be a little bit, I could push the limits a little bit more. I could be a little bit more vitriolic or a little more this or that. We've all done it to one degree or another. So, you know, I can't really blame it. I'm sure I know that you frickin' gone out on people in video games because like they frickin' ticked you off in the right way or they BM'd you in the wrong way.
Listen, this is the way I function in first person shooters and most PvP games. I will be like honorable the entire time. Even if they're better than me, I won't get triggered, any of that stuff. Like it won't, it really doesn't bother me. But if after I have been like, let's say I killed them like 5 times in a row or whatever.
Sure.
And then they kill me once and they think they bested me and they like, you know, teabag me or whatever. Like, all right, bro, you crossed the line. Now I'm going to single you out the rest of the game. And you are going to, if I can make somebody rage quit, bro, let's freaking go. Let's freaking. I won. I don't care if we lost the objective. I made this other individual rage quit. Let's freaking go. Sure, it's so good.
Sure.
So yes, I have done that. I don't know if that's necessarily like vitriolic, more so like revenge, right?
Sure, but it's like, okay, revenge, sure. That's a whole thing.
It's on the same spectrum, sure. I guess. Sure,
yeah, like right. I mean, you're spreading toxicity, right? Regardless if it was your initial fault or not, right? And I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying that that's necessarily bad, but like you're enabling the like levels of toxicity, right? And it's like, it is what it is. Sometimes it's funny and it's fine, right? So in real life, you probably wouldn't be the same way. Like if someone was being a poor sport in real life, you probably wouldn't be like, well, I'll just be a poor sport back and fucking really rile this guy up, right? You'd probably be like, no, I'm going to have better sportsmanship than that.
I don't know, bro. So in my local YMCA, growing up, we had like a dodgeball league. It wasn't like a league. It was like I think it was every first and third Saturday, they had like open dodgeball and it was like divided by ages. So like 13 to 18 and then like 18 to 25 or so. I can't remember what the ages were.
Sure.
But I would try and go as often as I could to my dodgeball thing. And I was good sport the whole time. If someone would get me out, you know, I'd be like, oh, like if it was a good one, I'd be like, that's good. You got me and all that stuff.
Oh boy.
But then if someone started talking smack to me after I'd like gotten them out a few times, right? Because, you know, you'd finish a game and switch teams and all that jazz. If they started to talk smack to me and I was clearly, you know, like I'd gotten the best of them and I'd kept it, you know, good sportsmanship, but they started talking smack, bro, it was over. That person was going to get no playtime after that. If they were better than me and they were talking smack, then, you know, I just ate it. And I was, you know, I wouldn't talk smack back at that point because I couldn't really like do anything about it. I feel like if I talk smack back, it's just me getting triggered at that point and like throwing a fit. That's kind of how I viewed it. I don't even know if that's correct, but that's how I saw it. I was like, you know, if they're better than me, then they're just better than me, and I got to get good. Right. And there's nothing around that. But if I'm better and they're talking smack just because they got me once or twice, it's just like, bro, who do you think you are? You have the gall to do that now? Now I'm just gonna. Now I got to prove to you. I got to give you some humbling.
Outplaying them is different from BMing them back. Right? That's pretty different.
Yes. Yeah, but it would be like I would target this person.
Sure.
So like
but that's
they would
different.
be the first one.
Yeah, but that's
I mean, that's
kind
of what I do. That's kind of what I do in first person shooters then.
No, because
I single that person out and I keep killing them.
No, because the idea of what you're saying here is initially you were getting bad manners, so you gave bad manners out in the game. Someone teabags you, you're going to hunt them down, and you're going to teabag them, right? In order to
I don't really... Like, I'll teabag sometimes, but not... The more thing that I do is I'll single them out, I will make sure they get no playtime. I will spawn camp that dude.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
we're talking specifically the finals here.
Bad.
I know... I know, like, I don't know exactly, but I know the general area of where, like, the other teams are going to spawn depending on, like, certain things. Right. And I'll be like, all right, bro, you're getting spawn camped now.
Oh, my gosh. All right, well, we're digressing a little too much here about George's
too much here, yeah.
bad manners. But yes, don't harass people. It's an obvious thing that 99% of people don't need to know. It's the problem that the 1% of people who do it are, like, they stand out with how awful they are. So... It is what it is, but hopefully, do you think that this episode is going to be like the episode where animation's really good in parts? Or
we left off kind of with Garu facing off against that sword hands guy and
Jack
the bug dude.
Ripper and the bug dude, yeah.
Yeah, so if we ever going to get something, it'll be now. Because like this is going to be like an actual fight, right? So let's hope.
Right, let's hope. All right. Let's check it out.
Oh, he's meeting this guy.
Yeah. So he's a product of him?
I guess so.
Woo!
What is that thing hanging from the ceiling?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Oh, oh.
Oh,
oh.
Interesting that they're talking about the limiter this much. And they showed that same scene like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Okay, the animation's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Ooh.
Dude, this guy's actually hurting him.
Yeah, these guys are way stronger than I expected. Oh, jeez. Imagine he has electric punches here. What the heck?
Yeah,
he does. Ah, it is interesting they're talking about a limiter here. Well, he went bald, so...
He paid a price. His hair.
He went bald? That's literally what it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the real price.
Yeah.
This is... okay, I feel like I might be pausing it too soon here and they might explain more, but like... it's really interesting that they're talking about the limiter here because I almost felt like this was a just... they didn't want to fully hand wave away Saitama's strength.
Right.
And so they wanted to put in like some sort of mechanic, but then they just said he removed his limiter and then they were not going to address it at all because it wasn't like an important point of the story. This makes me think that this might be a more important aspect of the story now that they're like exploring this whole thing as a whole. And then B, I wonder if because Saitama, or how do you say his name? I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Saitama.
Saitama? Okay. Because he was an ordinary person, in terms of limiter, I'm just going to give it an arbitrary number, but let's say his limiter was that like, in an infinite scale, it was at like 50, right? Like most humans, no matter how hard they work and all that stuff, they only get like to like 40, but he somehow got to like 50 and was able to surpass his limiter, and now his strength is infinite. It can like go on forever. But if you're born a superhero, like an S class, you are already born at like 200, but because of that, your limiter is at like 100,000 or whatever, right? Some insane amount higher, to the point that it's literally impossible for you because of the like differential to actually get past your limiter. And so it's almost like beneficial to be born more regular, right? And it could be like proportional to like the chicken's limiter, is like 5, but a chicken's only get to like 2, whereas like a human, normal humans, it's like at 50, and most people only get to 40. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so that once you hit that limiter, you smash it and you go up infinitely? Is that the idea?
Yeah, like it's almost as if you're like, my theory, it's almost as if you manage to get to your limiter, it's like you're bound to break it. But most people just will never get there because of the sheer strength or will or whatever, maybe a combination of both that it requires. Or B, because you were already born so strong, in proportionate to how strong you are, your limiter is so far out of reach that it's just like
so difficult.
It's much harder. It scales up, right, with how
I
strong
see.
you are.
Yeah, it's not like relatively the same for everyone. It's the stronger your baseline, the more increased in relativity that it is to everyone else on on a scale. Yeah, that makes some sense. I feel like Saitama was just born, like this was his power to become like just like unfathomably strong, but he had to like get to a point where he could like utilize it. Like you have to hit that checkpoint to unlock it, and not anyone could do it. Like only he had this like power, and that was like his latent. Like people are born psychic, or people have different abilities, as we could see from the hero.
So you think his superpower was to break the limiter?
Was like the unfathomable scaling of his abilities. Yeah, I think that was like his specialty. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I wonder what they'll say. I wonder if they say anything here.
Oh.
Jeez, dude, just spitting that out. It's like steaming.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. What? There's another monster?
Oh, frick. He's so fricked.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, he's on the floor just getting cut up? Dude, the craziest part is it's only been a day since those other fights.
I know, right?
In universe.
Dang, Garo got beat. I mean, it was unfair, but...
Oh, simulated battles?
Oh my gosh.
That's how he sees them.
Does he not know? Is Saitama the only one that knows that King is a freaking wuss? I think he's the only one that knows. Everyone still thinks he's like incredible.
I think so. Yeah,
I think so. Oh, something about
he was late to the store or something.
Yeah, something like that. Or he had to dine to dash. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Saitama, bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's freaking Fubuki.
Yeah, he left her with a bill.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, come on, dude. That was rude.
Hell, dude. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Dang. King?
Oh no, King.
Oh my gosh, I wonder what's he gonna do.
That's amazing. This is... Oh yeah, okay.
Who is this? I don't remember this guy.
So this is one, it's the voice actor for Gran Torino in My Hero Academia. And two, this is the doctor who built or reconstructed Genos.
Oh, it built him. Okay.
Yeah.
They're talking over each other. What is this? In 20 characters or less? Oh. Now he's gonna let him stay.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. Oh no. Oh no.
True. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Bro, he tells her to go home after she covered his freaking lunch.
Yeah, covered his lunch and brought back the cabbage. Come on, dude.
Oh my gosh. Bro, they took the kid. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he got fricked up though. Yeah, he got fricked up. Pseudo monsters.
Pseudo. Ah, it's because okay. These are the ones that became monsters from eating that thing. Music's good at least.
Yeah, the animation's fine. We've definitely seen worse when it comes to fights.
Yes. Yeah. Dang.
He runs on the waterfall.
What, he's running, yeah, on the waterfall? Okay, bro, yeah. What is this? Garo's gonna show up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, frick. Yeah, that's Metal Knight, right. Oh. Is that Metal Knight? The big guy?
I don't know. That reminds me of Daru. The way he speaks.
Yeah, a little bit.
What? Is that just an eyeball floating in the water?
I guess. Dang, there's a lot of them.
Dude, there's a dude in space? What?
Even King? No! And then there's this fucking guy.
Yeah. Here he is.
Dude, I can't believe he's still on the ground. I thought he would be getting up sooner. Ah.
Yeah, they did some damage on him, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised how I thought he'd be getting up sooner and he would have gotten the frickin' Taro sooner. But he really got fricked up way more than I expected. Have we ever seen him other than Saitama? Has he ever really gotten beat up this bad? I don't think so.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Frick.
Yeah, that dude wailed on him for... I mean, one of those hits would kill anybody, right?
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah.
Took what? 30, 40 of those slices? Like, he...
Yeah, he's gotten fricked up crazily.
Yeah,
like,
and
this was all in the same day.
All in the same day. That's the craziest thing, dude. Like,
yeah, the fact that he's still alive at all is actually insane. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Garo now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the thing, kind of like I said in the beginning, right? They talked about, they were doing this whole breaking the limiter monologue, but showing off Garu, right? Like, it could be this was an animation choice and they didn't want to show the whole fight, and so they just wanted to show that the fight was progressing or imply that it was progressing without animating the whole thing, and that's kind of how they did it. That's one possibility. But if in the source material it interlaced these two things, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Kind of a sus thing to put. So, like, what would ever happen if somebody broke their limiter as well, right? Like, is maybe even somebody as strong as Garu, going off my theory that it's relative to everybody, or it's not relative, but exponential to everybody else. Garu starting off so strong, he breaks his limiter. It doesn't matter because, you know, infinity, you know, clashing with infinity is like, okay, whatever. At that point, doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think they'd ever do that because it kind of ruins the premise of the show to ever have somebody so strong as Saitama. But
yeah, I agree. I do wonder what will happen with him though if he's like getting up, because like he's so fricked up now at this point. Is he getting up and doing something after this, or is he like needing to take time to recover and now he's like out of it? Like he's gonna be stronger than he was before, but he's like he's out for the count for like a little while, right? That's what I'm like confused about. Like, okay, they really, before it was like, okay, he got fricked up pretty bad. He's probably out. And then he was still in. I was like, okay, but now he's got really fricked up. It's like, okay, he's definitely out for now. So what's the plan with him? So I don't know. Very interesting. I'm Garo is the character I'm most interested in seeing, like what is going on. So yeah,
same. Yeah, what'd you think of the animation this time around?
It was fine. It was slightly better than it was in episode 2 for sure. I think there's a nuanced distinction I want to make. The animation was anywhere from like, it's fine to, okay, this was good. The biggest problem was the choreography was not great, right? And maybe that's a product of like the mediocre animation, but the animation wasn't bad. Like, again, we said this a bunch. Go watch fights in Tower of God Season 2. Those are actually badly animated fights. They were so bad.
That was offensively bad. The 3 fireballs move or whatever.
Man, I know. That's like what I think of every time.
I still remember of the.
Oh my gosh, same. It's such an embarrassment, dude. It's embarrassing. Yeah, that was bad. This was like, okay, this is fine. It's not good. It's not great. At points it was good, and at points it was fine. But the choreography, like they weren't doing anything that seemed impressive from a choreography perspective. And I don't know if that was the fight itself, or if that was like, well, we don't have the animation to make the choreography look good. But I feel like even with like mediocre animation, you could have some level of like, oh, that was cool. Like what they did was cool. It wasn't like crazy animated, but it was like, that was a cool exchange or sequence of events, right?
Yeah.
And so
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the distinction lies exactly of why it was the way it was. Like I was thinking specifically about the ninja one. I think the fight at the beginning with Garo was fine. They stretched out, again, some of those panels and those animation sets a little too much, but there was some good animation in there, like actually. So again, it's not like we're hitting One Punch Man season 2 or season 1 or like even some other shows that are like insane. Like we haven't seen much more than the first season of Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer is a great example for like a show that's got crazy animation. Does One Punch Man deserve better? 100%. It deserves better than this. We shouldn't be having fine to good animation for One Punch Man. Like we should be having great to exceptional quality animations. It's unfortunate we're not getting that, but I'm at least relieved that it wasn't like embarrassingly bad, like hilariously bad, where it's like, bro, it's taking me out. Like right now, it's just like, okay, it's fine. It's not taking me out of it. Like I see where the quality needs to improve, but at least it's not Tower of God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. Like I did enjoy this episode much more than the previous one. The story, I think I enjoyed more as well. Like, I like this clash, this impending clash between the two associations, the hero and the monster association. I lament that won't get season 1 level of animation because they had the possibility to make it look so cool. Like they talked up some of those. Like, dude, I don't know if it's inside somewhere in their base, but it was like a red circle. My brain's like, oh, this is Mars, and this was like out floating in space, right? We had like fights on the moon, so it's not like out of possibility, right? But they're like, we have some monsters that are God's work of art. They're demon level, dragon level. They're better than your S-class heroes,
right?
Dude, imagine all of those in a coordinated onslaught. Against all the S-class heroes, bro.
Be awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Be awesome. Yeah. It's like S-class monsters versus S-class heroes. Like you're going to want that to be animated amazingly because it's going to be sick. But it doesn't seem like we're going to get that. It seems like we're going to get fine to good quality fights, and that'll be super freaking disappointing. And the saddest thing about it is like you don't get do-overs usually, like 99% of the time. Like you don't get like we'll just do season 3 again at some point with a different studio. It's like, no, like now that this is animated, it's probably not going to get reanimated for 10 to 20 years basically, until like they maybe redo the whole series or something, like or more. So yeah, it's disappointing, but at least it's not bad. I know people have exaggerated a little bit and they're saying like it's horrific. It's not really that bad, but it's not great either. So I get it. It sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
let's get to some comments. Okay, I've got a comment from Patreon from Bob Ross. Bob Ross, thanks for being a frickin' member and making a comment. If this season completely flops, you guys should totally do a manga read along, but if you don't have the time, I get it. I also have another comment as a, not follow-up, but as a companion comment to this from Skibird on YouTube. If you guys are going to read the manga, hopefully you can review it on the channel. Would love to see your reaction to the One Punch Man and the amazing art. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I'm not gonna make any promises. We don't even know what we're doing. Maybe we'll like this season enough to be like, we'll wait and maybe, we'll get a better adaptation. At this point, if we do get a better adaptation for season 4, we're looking at like 5 years, like basically.
Yeah.
Like they've got to have to find a studio. They're going to have to make a contract. They're going to have to schedule it. They're going to have to make it, which is like at least 2 years. So, I mean, for my personal stakes of it, I would say it might just be better to read the manga because the manga does look fucking insane. So it might be fun to do that. I just don't know. Sure. I've done a little bit of looking up. The last time this was brought up, I can't remember what we were watching and what we were thinking of looking at for the manga, but I was looking up like what people do for the manga.
I think it was Tower of God.
Was it Tower of God? It was something.
Maybe. It might have been something else. I don't remember. Might have been something else.
Regardless, I was looking up like what other people do when they read manga, and usually it's like they don't show the visuals at all. They just like, it's just them only, and then they like read it, and then you're supposed to like read along on your own thing. That's fine, and that's good. It would be nice. I feel like I've seen other channels, maybe channels that cover like comics, where they show the visual, but they take out the words from the speech bubbles, and that's like, that makes it okay, I guess. I don't know if you could do that for manga. I have actually seen a channel that covers Dragon Ball Z show a lot of manga panels, but they took out the text as well. So I don't know if like that's the freaking line or whatnot. Because I would really like at least to show the visuals. Like if we could do the reading and we just take out all the bubbles and we just like show the visuals, that would be great. That would be nice, especially because as Skibird is saying, like the art's amazing. So it would be great to be able to have that on screen. I'd like to have something more than just like us sitting there talking as we read it without any kind of visuals. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that. Maybe if you guys have some information, have you seen other like, oh, check out this creator and they do it this way, and they're okay and they don't get in trouble for it, then we'd love to check that out. So it's a possibility. We're not going to make any guarantees, but you never know. It could happen at some point.
Yeah, maybe it's just like it can't be a replacement for the original thing, and so if you take out the speech, but then we're reading what it says.
Yeah, we're reading it, but then is that not like transformative at that point, right? If we're reading it, right?
Yeah.
Can you
like kind of perform
read
it a little bit?
A novel on YouTube? Like, can you read a whole novel on YouTube as like a video?
I don't know. I don't know if there's like audiobooks on YouTube. I know there's like some books they've been like performed, but it's not so like it's almost like a book performance on audio, right? Like a play on audio. They don't read it word for word, but they take the dialogue and they like perform it, and then they give kind of like a narration of like what's happening between scenes and stuff like that. So it's not quite like reading or listening to an audiobook.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I haven't looked into it, so yeah, I couldn't really say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see if anybody has any ideas. Maybe,
it would be helpful to have more information, then we can make a more informed decision of what we want to do about it. So if anyone has more info, we're happy to hear it.
Yep, exactly. My comment is from Comrade Arthur over on YouTube, and it goes a little bit of what we talked about just now, actually. The thing about one-frame dialogue shots is that One Punch Man is a AAA franchise that isn't supposed to be animated like the 17th best isekai of the season. They took something like 6 years to do this. One animator could have done it in that time, just the keyframes. Everything else is good. Voice acting, character design, story, really like the story, music. If this was a manga slideshow with audio enhancements, it would be top notch. But anime should be animated. And I generally agree with everything here.
Yeah.
It is a shame that One Punch Man isn't getting the treatment it deserves. I don't know. The only thing I don't know is about the 6 years. I think they only had one. Like, it's been 6 years since we've had One Punch.
That's what they're referring. I'm pretty sure that's what they're referring to. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and like, yes, they had 6 years to find somebody to do it and get the contract and all that stuff. But what in actuality, what it came down to is they only gave them a year to animate, is what I've heard.
Yes.
Which, yes, they had 6 years to get that all set up, which, as far as I understand,
should have been
it was
more than enough time.
Namco, who was like getting all this stuff set up. So, probably should have done it sooner. But the actual animation team only had a year. That kind of sucks. But it is what it is, I guess.
I have to imagine that my disposition is just to like assume that everyone was trying their best and trying to get this thing animated properly, but they just literally couldn't find any studios. Like, studios are probably booked, 5 years in advance. And by the time they could get any studio to look at it, it was like, maybe a studio that wasn't as, good at animating, or didn't have as much talent, or didn't have as many people, and they didn't have the schedule much for it. And so it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, because a lot of times it's like, okay, are we going to wait 10 years for season 3 for a good season 3? Or are we going to wait, 5 to 6 years for a mediocre season 3? And some people would say, well, I'd rather just have something. And I'm sure lots of people will say, well, I'd rather just wait. But like, I don't know, waiting 10 years is tough. Like, if you're trying to keep a series alive and relevant in the zeitgeist of anime conversation, you can't be waiting 10 years to make a freaking sequel.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know this for sure. This is all speculation on my part, but I would assume like these contracts for the animation rights have an expiration date if nothing gets done with them, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it was 6 years and they're like, bro, if we don't get something out this year, we purchase the rights for nothing, and they get this contract gets dissolved. Maybe not. Maybe they had maybe it was a decade-long contract, right? And they can do as many seasons as they can get in that 10 years. And this is the only studio they found that had time. I don't know. I have no idea. This is all speculation on my part. But yeah, like, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall during those conversations and know what happened behind the scenes,
and then also have a translator, because if you were a fly on the wall, it would be all in Japanese and you wouldn't understand anything.
Well, if I was actual fly, I probably would have a 3-day lifespan.
True. All right, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't understand this mentality at all. I would rather just wait if it was me and my franchise. Because for me, like, from my perspective, this hurts my brand more than it does like waiting extra time. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
So I don't think I would be afraid of things like falling out of popularity. I would be more afraid of like people falling away from my series permanently, because it was just such a bad adaptation that like people aren't just going to watch it anymore. So,
and there's also like the love of the thing you created as well, right? Like 100%. if I was the One Punch Man author and the not animator, the guy that draws it for the manga,
illustrator,
I'd be like, illustrator. There you go. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. I'd be mad, dude. I'd be like, no, like, I put so much like passion and love into this, and this is the treatment it gets. So yeah, I would be mad about that. But oh well, what can you do? It is what it is.
What can you do? Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys. Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another reaction. Hopefully, it's gone up a little bit. So hopefully the trend continues. I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. As a side note, this coming Thursday, if you're if you're watching this is a live show, we're actually got a stream going on. We did a stream last week of Dispatch. We got another one coming up. If you guys want to tune into that. It's anime adjacent enough that we felt we could justify it on the channel. It's been a good time. So if you want a good time to, if you want to join us for that, feel free. You can look on the channel for the advertisements for that. So when it'll be scheduled. If you want to see our other anime that we're reacting to 2 weeks ahead of time, check out the Patreon or the channel membership. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Everybody.
Take care.